Welcome to Faith and Freedom. For the next few minutes, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you as we discuss legal victories and challenges to your fundamental freedom and religious liberties. Faith and Freedom comes to you from Liberty Counsel, a civil liberties education and legal defense organization. Join us now as Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel, explains the latest legal issues all across this country. In the courtrooms of America, Liberty Counsel is winning the battle for your constitutional freedom.
You won't believe this, but a school had an assignment for the students to cross-dress and to consider what they would have to do to change their gender. As outrageous as it is, we're going to be talking about it on Faith and Freedom, and we're offering to represent the family involved. I'm Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel. Joining me is Matt Barber, vice president of Liberty Counsel Action. Matt, this situation occurs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at a school, and this individual was given an assignment, and it's unbelievable, some of the assignments. It's called Doing Gender in a sociology class, and it says, in part, make a list of all the things that you would have to do to change your gender. Make a list of all these things. If you wanted to, quote, change your gender, which you can't do anyway, they want you to make a list of all these things, and they also want you to cross-dress in the opposite sex.
Yeah, to cross-dress, to pretend for 24 hours that you are the opposite gender, to, if, for instance, you are a male, to walk around and have effeminate characteristics and to literally dress in drag for 24 hours. Well, one student, Jacob Creason, refused to do this, said it was a violation of his religious beliefs, his Christian beliefs, and his father, Max Creason, wrote a letter to the school and said, basically, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? This is a violation of our beliefs. And he cited Scripture, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5, which says, quote, and this is the contemporary English version, women must not pretend to be men, and men must not pretend to be women. The Lord your God is disgusted with people who do that. Well, Matt, they have threatened to lower the grade for any individual who does not comply with this ridiculous assignment.
Yeah, I mean, here it is, Doing Gender. The assignment is as follows. Doing Gender, Introduction to Sociology. It gives the due date when the assignment was due, and they have 4 things. Make a list of all the things that you would have to do to change your gender. Separate the things on your list according to whether they are related to factors such as appearance, attitude, or behavior. So you make a list of all the things you'd have to do to change your gender, which the problem with that first statement is you can't change your gender.
Yeah.
Make a list of things that they're saying you have to do to change your gender. The second thing is, over a period of 24 hours, try your best to change any of these behaviors. So they're encouraging them to act on this new opposite sex behavior, and then keep a log of a journal about how other people react to you. Then last, it says, write a report on your experience, explain how in detail people reacted to your appearance, how do you feel during the reactions, and then finally, explain how gender identities are supported or not through social interaction. So they're essentially talking about gender is just a product of what you want to be, and it's dependent upon what people perceive it to be. It's not immutable. You can change it, give a list, and then even cross-dress in the other gender. This young man said, in the 10th grade, said that he did not want to do it. It was a violation of his religious beliefs. He put forth, as you said, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5, and hopes that the teacher would understand that he can't participate. It's a matter of conscience. And then in an email, the principal responded saying that the grade, the paper for the content, it will not get full credit because he, the young man, did not do the activity. Yeah. So the principal is now backing up the teacher.
Yeah, that's where the school district here, the principal and the teacher, have stepped out of the realm of stupidity into the realm of illegality, because that's unconstitutional to now say that we're going to target you and discriminate against you and penalize you because you have a Christian viewpoint and your conscience will not allow you to take part in this absurd stunt, which is, what other word is there to describe it? They're asking them to describe how you feel as you're walking around in drag. Hopefully they felt like a clown, because people would look at them and say, why is this boy dressed as a girl, or why is this girl dressed as a boy? It's clownish. It's silly. But we live in a society now where sexual anarchists are pushing this agenda. We've moved from we just want to be left alone and kind of accepted, tolerated for what we're doing, to now, kids, you have to affirmatively dress in drag. You have to pretend to be transgender, so-called transgender. Well, last time I read the Bible, it said, in the beginning, God made them male and female. It did not say God made them male, female, and transgender.
Well, and you have to ask yourself the question, why in the world are they requiring the students to do this kind of assignment? You can't use this as an excuse just because it's sociology class that you're actually going to participate in changing someone's gender, and you're going to force them to do that. Essentially what this is that's a mind-washing kind of program, forcing young people to participate under the guise that it's part of the curriculum. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that you can't just simply stretch to the curriculum. There's constitutional liberties, and boy, this individual and his family objected on the right grounds. This is something I can't do. It's a matter of conscience. It would violate my sincerely held religious beliefs. They ignored it. They're threatening to lower his grade. So Liberty Counsel, we wrote this lengthy letter to the school general counsel, and said that you need to back off, because if not, we will ultimately take whatever legal action is necessary. You need to accommodate his religious beliefs. Should never be doing this ridiculous assignment anyway, but at least for this young boy who objected, you can't force him to participate.
Yeah, what they're doing here, these are progressive liberal activists, that have found a place to manipulate children as a teacher in a school district, have these children these kids captive, and can manipulate them, and for lack of a better word, engender gender confusion and sexual confusion, and try to push this kind of androgynous, sexual relative idea that the secular progressive left has been pushing since time immemorial. We're reading from Deuteronomy here. This is nothing new.
That's nothing
Gender
new.
confusion and people rebelling against God, and men dressing up as women and women dressing up as men has been around since the beginning of mankind, since God created mankind. This is nothing new, but that's exactly what it is. It's rebellion against God, and they're using children now as pawns, shamelessly manipulating these kids to push some radical sexual relativist agenda.
Well, in the myth of same-sex agenda is that it's tolerant, it just wants to be treated equally, and the fact of the matter is it's not. It has a zero-sum game proposition, means that one will win, one will lose. There's no in-between. There's no coexistence. And frankly, they want to dominate any viewpoint to the contrary. So if same-sex marriage were to become the law of the land, it would radically change everything. You would see this kind of activity not just in Winston-Salem, which is a place you wouldn't expect it because it's more of a conservative location. Yeah. You'll have it everywhere. And you'll have more than that. You'll have what you've seen already in Vermont after civil unions came there. You have this real affirmative push towards not just this issue, but sexual behavior, giving information and ideas and apparatus to be able to engage in perverted sexual behavior.
Well, that's exactly what it is. And this is just taking a page right out of the playbook of the Department of Justice, which we've been talking about recently. The Attorney General, the DOJ, sending an email to all of their employees requiring that they affirm homosexual and cross-dressing behaviors if they're an employee of the federal government. This is very similar to that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they have the silence is not an option, where it's not just okay anymore for you to not say anything negative regarding homosexuality or other sexual perversions. You got to actually speak in affirmation of it. And if you don't, if you are silent on this issue, silence will be considered opposition and intolerance and discrimination, and that would ultimately affect your job. We're working with some people in the Department of Justice right now. We're also receiving information from other federal agencies where this is actually happening in the other federal agencies as well. It's all coming down from President Obama and infiltrating the federal agencies. He has unleashed a torrent of sexual behavior of an aberrant style in all of the agencies and in this country. It's time for us, I think, to stand up to make sure that these values are not eroded. This is absolute insanity. This is something that most people may not be aware of, but we need to be educated first, and secondly, we need to do something about it. Give us a call at Liberty Counsel. Go to Liberty Counsel's website, lc.org. Sign up for not only the Liberator newsletter, but also the Liberty Alert email, and most particularly the Grassroots Action email right there on the website. That way you can stay involved and stay informed. Also, make sure that Liberty Counsel is on your prayer list and your financial contribution list. Your support is desperately needed. We are a nonprofit organization. All that we do pro bono. What we're doing for this family, we're doing at no cost to them. You can make an online credit card contribution at the website lc.org. And also order Judith Reisman's book, Stolen Honor. That's a book that is powerful read. It is published by our publishing arm, New Revolution Publishers.
You have been listening to Faith and Freedom with Liberty Counsel. We hope that we have motivated you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedom. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email updates. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.